Okay, I guess we're live. This is my second Facebook Live in a day. Wow, I'm using this magical machine here to show you guys some things. Now, I'm going to show you because a lot of people ask me all the time. I'm making planters because if you don't have a garden, okay, and I'm going to show you also, not on this live video, but I show you how to correctly make the soil. Okay, you have to terrain modify the soil. Very important. If not, your plants will not grow. So this is my garden, and it's only about 6 weeks old, but we've ripped the whole thing apart, and I'm just finishing the center of it. But you can see these planters here. This is soil that I went ahead and actually first put here. I took some regular soil, and then I put some amendment from old planters that I had to reuse it. But then again, what I did was, of course, I got these at Home Depot. These are perfect to use, way better than the plastic right here. The plastic ones just don't grow as well, I found out. These are wood oak barrels that they store wine in there. You can get them for like about $35 a piece. So these are excellent for taking place of your garden, okay? If you don't have the space to make a garden, okay, this is what you use. So I just bought 4 of these right here, and this is the material that I put on top to be able to make, well, this soil, okay, so it'll grow things, okay, not just survive them, but make them thrive without pesticides, okay, insecticides, herbicides. So what we have, okay, and this is really important to figure out, okay, just because you put plants in the ground doesn't mean they're going to grow good. And remember, if you don't have plants that are strong, what happens is the bugs eat them. Just like if your body's not strong, okay, what happens? Okay, parasites come in. Okay, this is what happens. So this is the same exact. I just did a couple videos, actually private ones, on the parables of the minerals. Okay, as long as you put minerals in the plants will keep going. But once they run out of minerals, they replicate because they're dying. Okay, so this is the material here. This is steer manure. Okay, I like to use a lot of different pieces here to be able to make this super nutrient here for the plants. So this is steer manure, and you can see how much I'm using, and I'm going to mix this and all of this stuff on top. I'll tell you in a sec. I'm going to mix it just in the first 4 or 5 inches. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put either my plants in here, or I'm going to go ahead and put whatever I'm going to put in here. Okay, but let me show you the lineup here. This is calcium carbonate right here. Okay, and this looks like a sand, but it's calcium carbonate. The plants need calcium. This is a dolomite right here, okay, and you can buy this really cheap. So all the white stuff right here is dolomite. And this is chicken manure. So we have steer manure, organic, okay, and chicken manure. You can buy this either in pellets, or you can go ahead and get this in the powder. So if you read dolomite here, this is why dolomite's very special, okay. Calcium, 22.7%, magnesium, 12%. Okay, calcium carbonate, 46%. That's hard to break down, but that'll break over time, okay? So this is very smart stuff. And this is how you can get it. That's the powder, and this is the crystal. And so I use all the crystals, which actually break down a lot slower. You use the powders in your planters and in your garden, okay, because you can put it on. But since we have a big commercial place, what we do is we put calcium, but you use the crystals. It's all organic, okay? And the same, when you buy steer manure, make sure it's organic. Okay, look, here's my chicken manure, okay, natural organic composted chicken manure, okay, and it's got a 3:2:2 ratio. And you can see I've put calcium. These are rosemary, okay, basil, and you can see, look, beautiful green, beautiful basil, and it's flowering, so I can make more basil, but they need calcium, okay? And I put calcium in all my gardenias here. You can see beautiful gardenias, and this is to beautify your house, and they smell so nice. Look at that thing, okay? What a beautiful plant. This is called alyssum, and I like to put these all over the property here because they smell so good, and they just flourish as long as you give them the right minerals. As you can see, I put calcium in here, okay, and I also put some more amendment. Okay, so that's it. That's real simple, and you know, I've done lots of experiments with plants, and if you don't give them the minerals, they still live. There's no question. Okay, and that's one of the things you do in your garden too, is you experiment. You're doing experiments all the time. Okay, and what you do is I do different areas with different types of things. But you can see if we just go over here, all the stuff on top here, that's all chicken manure. But I've mixed all those minerals and the calcium carbonate, okay, and the dolomite and everything, okay, all together. This is my arugula, and I made those with seeds. And I don't have to go ahead and actually separate these arugula, as you know why? Because I have enough minerals so all of them can flourish and grow. If not, you have to separate them out because they won't be able to grow good because they're going to be competing for all the minerals. And you can see this stuff is probably about 3 weeks old right now, okay? And these are plants that I already bought. They were like 50 cents a piece because I bought the withered ones at Home Depot. And these are beautiful. You can see I eat off these every night. Live food, just like this. And spicy. Wow. Okay. And I bring my companion. Show me your wings, Hodo. Show me your wings. Show me your wings. Go on. Ah, there you go. Show me your wings. There you go. Okay, this is Hody again. He's the star of the show here. And I like to work in the garden every day. Could have did anything today. And I'm in my bare feet, as you can see, grounding with the floor. And I've been in the sun all day. Got my D3. Brain is so clean is because that's what happens when you work in the garden. And what are you doing? You're making food. And this is the only way to get live food. Because remember, once I disconnect this food, okay, it's got 2 or 3 minutes of life force, and it's still nutritional. This is butter lettuce here. It's still nutritional. And you notice there's not a bug on this stuff, and I don't have any pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, no Roundup, none of that stuff, okay? So as long as you put the right minerals in the soil, okay, and you do the same with your body, okay, and you have the right microbes that you put in your body, okay, your body becomes just like the plants do, okay, parasitic, very strong. Now what I also do, when I'm finished with this, I mix all this up. Let me show you. So I mix all this together. Remember the steer manure, okay, remember calcium carbonate, the white stuff's the dolomite. And so I put in about, in this much, I'll show you. I put about this much, 2 of these of steer manure, okay, pretty good size. And it doesn't matter how much you put, you just, basically you put on a decent amount of everything. And I put in about 2 cups of the dolomite, and I put in 3 cups at least of the calcium carbonate and chicken manure. The more you put, the merrier, okay? It all dissolves, it's all organic. And now to make this work, what I do is I put about 40 drops of magnesium minerals, okay? And I put in a 32-ounce spray bottle, I put another 40 drops of the fulvic acid that we had with the boron, okay? And this is super magical, okay? Mix that up, put it in 32 ounces of water, and put it in a sprayer like this. I'm just going to do this in a minute. I forgot to bring my fulvic acid. Our fulvic acid we make, though, has boron in it, and it's a super concentrate. So putting in like 40 drops or like 4 droppers full, okay, in a spray bottles like this. You don't store it in here because the stuff will sort of eat the plastic, okay? So you use it, mix it up, fill it with water, and like I said, I put about 40 drops of the magnesium chloride ionic minerals, same stuff you put in your body, and the fulvic acid, okay? And it's magical with plants, it's magical with the body, and I do that about every 2 to 3 weeks, and I put it in here and I just spray the top of the soil. Once I've mixed all that together, okay, put my seeds up there, then I go ahead and spray it really good, okay, with the fulvic acid. Remember, 40 drops magnesium, okay, and 40 drops of the fulvic. Like I said, ours is concentrated fulvic, so that would be like half a bottle of someone else's. Plants also need boron. Remember, they need calcium. And so what does the acid do? Okay, you can even use apple cider vinegar, raw apple cider vinegar, and activate the soil. The soil's usually a little bit acidic, so if it's acidic, then all the calcium, remember, okay, this white dolomite starts to break down, okay, because of the acidity. And I also add microbes. Let me show you this. So this is a 55-gallon drum, and I'm going to make soil-based organisms here. Okay, I fill this up with water. Okay, I put a pound of sugar, and I put in soil-based organisms that I get from underneath my trees with fungi. And I add a few other things. I'll show you the recipe. And now you can go ahead and really, really go ahead and make your garden flourish. And I do many other things I add to that. I add also fresh cow manure, okay? And you have to do it. There's a certain way to do it. You don't put the material in there. You have to squeeze it out. And it has to be grass-fed. So just follow the protocols. These were patents that a company wanted me to be partners with them. So anyways, because it makes plants grow, it takes away odors and such, and they're called soil-based organisms. So you put these in your garden, and you can add your DNA to this to make it so the plants now are part you. So the plants will actually heal you, especially if they have your DNA, which we go over in Earth Academy on many videos on how to put your DNA, okay, into the plants. Your DNA. Does that make sense? Remember, it's your signature. And so you put it in the plants, and what you do is you're eating the plants, which are part you, because your DNA transfers. That's why it's very, very important to learn on GMOs, because GMOs, if you do read any of the research, you find out that GMOs, genetically modified organisms, okay, are sterile, okay, means they can't reproduce themselves, but the big picture is that they keep on genetically modifying, okay. You can have a organic wheat field or organic corn field or soy field, and some of the genetically modified seeds will go ahead and blow into the next field, and they'll genetically modify the whole other side. It just contaminates everything. So anyways, very smart to go ahead and add your DNA to your garden. And I'm just going to, before I sign off here, these are gardenias, okay, and instead of me buying them, what I do is I just basically put them into the soil. Okay, I scrape I'll show you how to do this. I scrape the edge of the bottom of the stem, okay, just cut it off of another plant that's mature. I cut all these gardenias here. They used to be really big. We cut these off right here, so I'm going to make some more. And these make beautiful, beautiful, okay, clones. And all you have to do is you don't have to buy plants. Once you get them going, you just clone them. You can do it with your tomatoes. You can do it with pretty much any plant. So that's the magical thing of playing in the garden. You find out that plants are actually not even genius. They're beyond that. So, okay, I just wanted to show you that. And it's also nice around your garden, okay, hey Dodo, is to put star jasmine and really good smelling feminine plants like this. This is why I have the gardenias here, the alyssum, roses, okay, and it not only, well, looks cool to have flowers, but the smells are exquisite, okay? Night jasmine. At night, they smell perfumey. Okay, enjoy your temple, guys. And it's a beautiful thing, like I said, to be able to grow your own food, but not only grow your own food, be able to see the miracle of life. It is just so special. It's in front of our eyes, and we choose to go to the store a lot of times and buy our food, which is fine. But I want to tell you one thing. A lot of people say, oh, geez, well, this is collard leaves. What do? You eat this big solar panel right here. Look at the veins on that thing. Okay, you eat these big solar panels, and this is what you eat live. This is Chinese cabbage right here. Again, this is arugula, and they were little wimpy plants, okay, and just in a week, they've probably gone 3 times the size. This is purple cabbage, again, and forget about the cabbage that it's going to grow inside. You're going to eat the leaves. And you can see the colors that you eat have a lot to do with your activation to your brain. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Not only seeing green, okay, or seeing certain colors activate your different parts of yourself, but it's also eating a lot of green. Green is healthy. Remember, green is the green plane. It's the plane of life. Okay, everything that's green, if it is green, what is it? Is it dead? No, it's alive. So what do you eat if you want to, become more vital? You eat a lot of greens, but live. You don't cook them and kill them. You can just for flavor. Now, just to show you here, let me jump up here. Here's my backyard, or my deck right here. And if you don't have a garden, that's why you get these planters. And I got tomatoes growing in there, arugula, basil, dill, and you have live food, even if you only have planters. And so I'm doing these both to be able to show you. You should have planters too, even if you have a garden, okay? But if you don't have a garden, then get some planters going, okay? And this stuff, like I said, just grows like crazy, as long as you prepare the soil in the correct manner. And if you don't, plants will still grow, okay? But they're not going to thrive. And you know what's going to go ahead? When things are weak, just like the body, when it's weak, what do you think happens? Come here, Dodo. Come on. There we go. What do you think happens? He's such a sweetie. Okay, you want to show him how you fly? What do you think happens when you ingest tons of minerals, okay, that are good for your body? Okay, what do you think happens to you? You wind up getting very strong. Okay, same with the plants. But plants, you'll find out a lot of them are lacking. The biggest thing is calcium. Okay, especially in Hawaii, because you have any type of city that you live in, you know what happens? You wind up getting acid rain, okay? You can get that from pollution, you can get that from pretty much anything. But acid rain comes down, soil eats up the calcium, okay? Causes the dirt to get hard, and it makes it so the plants now are weak. Remember, the calcium is just like your bones, okay? The plants need calcium. Why? Because that's the structure, that's the strength. They need boron too, just like your body does. I hear these guys. Well, I guess we got disconnected there for a second and reconnected. Come here, you guys. Come see your daddy. I'm just walking in the backyard here. Okay, and I was saying before, this is Nanu. Come say hi. Come here. This is Nanu's baby, and she's about a year and a half, about 150 pounds. Come here, Dwa. This is Nanu. Remember Nanu in all the videos? Hi, baby. Yeah, and they're talking right now. What's up? What's up, baby? And Nanu's about 350 right now, and she's got some big tusks, for sure. So, okay, that was it. 2 Facebook Lives in a day. And it's the beautiful time of the night right now. It's where, okay, sun, okay, Christos, okay, sunset, okay, and of course Christos is in control during the day, the light, and Set is in control at night. Okay, this is the lychee field right here, and I'm so glad because just a little while ago I didn't see too many pollinators, and I did see some bees today for the first time. These are the lychee flowers right here, and we've got a huge crop this year, and you can see this tree right here, okay, just full of flowers. Here's one right here too, okay, just full of flowers. And so if you don't put the right minerals down here, what happens is that the tree, okay, nitrogen makes, of course, the plant green and all those things, but the fruit, in order for them to hang on here, they need calcium, potassium. That's why you put K-mag. Okay, K-mag. We add K-mag, okay, to the trees when they flower, and then once they get little tiny fruits, if there's any on here right now, these ones are just flowering, but once they get fruits about the size of your little fingernail, here's a couple little fruits starting to form right here. Nope, every time I get close to the tree there, it cuts me off. So what I was saying is that the trees need, when they're fruiting, because they are growing, okay, and they're replicating, just like if you're having a child, okay, these trees need, okay, K-mag is what we give them twice as they're flowering and once they get about the size of my little fingernail. And this makes it so the trees can go ahead and hold tons of fruit. If not, just like the avocado trees, the coffee trees, they will hold as much fruit as the minerals that they have. Trees are smart, okay? The body's the same way, okay? Very simple. So if you learn from the trees, okay, if you learn from plants, you find out that this system, okay, is just basically the same system that we use. It's it. Okay, so once the body gets weak, okay, it can't go ahead and keep the fruit, okay? It can't keep your body intact. And once the tree gets weak, why? It loses 90% of the fruit. It'll still have fruit, but you'll lose 90% of the fruit. Because why? Because it didn't have potassium, that's K-mag, okay? Calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. These things. Okay, very, very important. So, okay, that's it. What a beautiful night. Have a nice rest of the evening. Hugs for everyone. And we'll see you on the next video. Okay, aloha from Hawaii. And here we go. You can hear the bugs. They're starting to come out now. Everything's starting to sing. Okay, birds are singing too. All right, aloha.